Hey guys, I'm Justin Youssef, and this is Self-Educated. So, there's a quote by Abraham Lincoln, it's one of my favorites, and it goes, "I don't like that man. I must get to know him better." I've always really liked that one, because I'm the exact opposite. Oh, by the way, our topic today is merciful. I'm the exact opposite. If I don't like somebody, if I don't like you, I will not make an effort to try to get to know you better, to, disprove that own thought of mine, right? I'll just hold on to it. And even a step further, I'll even start formulating more things about you, thinking about it, and build a character profile of you in my head. And my mind is made up about you. Like I got you figured out, it's so crazy. And, what I won't do is, and even people who come up to me and try to say good things about a person that I dislike, I will intentionally block off that, or be like, no, that can't be true, or God forbid I just had a bad first encounter with somebody who might have been having a bad day, but the point is that most of us, in regards to our relationships, our inability to get along with a certain person, we are almost always to blame, because it's either our looking for differences instead of similarities, right? Focusing on those, or looking at people through our own biases, our own, oh my God, you're fucking kidding me. Looking through people with our own biases and, our own judgments. We look at through a faulty lens of our past experiences, whatever it may be. And so we're usually the ones to blame, or we're so easy to be insulted and take offense and to people who may be joking or say something, just haphazardly, and we personalize it and take it on, and it's our pride and our egos, and from that, when really it's we give people the power. Nobody can make you feel mad or insult you or hurt you unless you let those words get to you. Not to excuse, to a degree, speaking negative or ill will towards people, but when we take on something and, no one can hurt you unless you give them that power. That power is within you, man. So, usually it's our fault when we can't get along with another person. I mean, there is people who rub you the wrong way, and it is what it is, but usually, if you take an effort and time to get to know somebody and see their heart and understand how they are, and you usually will end up liking that person at some point, even if the differences are vast and many. So anyways, with that, let's get right on into Merciful. So being merciful helps your mental health, your spiritual fulfillment, and your emotional well-being. All three of these areas: your thought life, your mind, your spiritual, your spirit, and then your emotions, right? Your emotional well-being. See, when we choose to focus on being merciful to people and choosing to forgive and show kindness and understanding rather than judgment or punishment, we bring about this atmosphere of understanding and tolerance and kindness, and it frees us from resentments. And when we hold on to resentments and bitterness, it eats away at you, and it causes stress and anxiety, and it just creates this and from that, it damages your emotions. You feel sad, moody, you're happy, then unhappy, you're this and that, and it's just this little roller coaster, and this person who you're resentful towards, by the way, is off living a very happy, probably life without even a thought of you. So that's usually how that works out. So here's some tips that I've gotten if you struggle being merciful, but there's not a lot of tips I can give you, because at the end of the day, you just gotta choose mercy. When someone wrongs you or does some harm to you, a trespass, right? A trespass is against you. You gotta willingly choose to forgive and show mercy rather than judgment or punishment or revenge, if you will. You gotta pick it, because that's the only thing you can do. There's not really, so these tips can help you a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's just, what? I choose to pick mercy. I choose to forgive rather than not. Okay. Set boundaries. Also, it's your fault because you fail to set boundaries with your relationships, right? You fail to communicate because you don't want to seem maybe weak or whiny. I know for me, I don't want to seem like a little bitch. Sorry. I I don't want to seem like a little like because for me like having boundaries shows that like like if you cross the line you're gonna hurt your feelings, and because I didn't do that, people didn't know, and since they didn't know, I got all bitter, angry, and hurtful, and then would be passive aggressive back because I failed to communicate the boundaries. They didn't know they were crossing the line and doing something that was potentially harmful or that would upset me. And because of that, now I'm upset at them because of my failure to communicate boundaries. So set your boundaries with people, let it be known, and then if they love you and they're your friend, they will make efforts to not at least intentionally cross your boundaries. All right. Practice self-forgiveness. Man, I had such a hard time forgiving myself in the past, from my past, bro. For a long time, I just walked around with just so much shame and just guilt and just feeling of like not being good enough and unworthy, and just like rejection. I did so much stuff. I was a mess, man. And I didn't have self-forgiveness. And because of this, I couldn't let people get away with stuff because I couldn't let myself off the hook. Man, let yourself off the hook. Allow yourself grace and mercy too. Extend to yourself grace and mercy. And forgive yourself for the mistakes you made in the past, man. And really do this. And it might be a journey. Forgiveness is not, it's usually a one-time and done thing. There might be days where you have to constantly just forgive yourself. Like a memory will pop into my head of something I did, to maybe hurt someone either directly because, I was doing it for my own interest, or just indirectly because just like living my life being selfish, people got hurt just indirectly from my own selfishness. And I would have to forgive myself for that incident by came in my head and not dwell on it. Okay, let go of resentment. Let go of resentments from people. So if you have bitterness towards somebody, if you do harbor feelings of anger or revenge, or you play that Rolo tape, you play the tape through and you go through the clip again and again and again of the situation, let it go. And this will also be a journey. I recommend praying. Again, I think I've said this before. You don't have to be a Christian or a believer or even religious or spiritual to pray. You can just pray. And you can pray that, good things for that person. And usually that will help you to get over a resentment. But most days you'll have to consciously choose to say, I'm letting go of it. I'm leaving it in the past. Because if not, you're going to be stuck in the past and you're continuing to be hurt by it. Okay, next. Next is like a reward for being merciful. Yeah, there's a reward. Reciprocity and ripple effects. Reciprocity is getting it back to you. So, just like the Beatitudes, blessed are the merciful, because what? They will be shown mercy. When you show mercy to others, mercy usually will be extended back to you because people see and notice how you operate, especially when you choose to pick mercy, right? Because we live in a culture in a day where it's like, you don't pick mercy, you let the incident go, you forgave and forget, and never, you don't choose to, chew them out or, seek revenge or to get even. People are usually perplexed and puzzled by this. They're like, what the hell? You just let it go. Like that. Yeah, just let it go. They're amazed. They're dumbfounded. But also, they're kind of intrigued, too, because it takes, a kind of strength to do that, right? So usually, if you were to make a mistake again, and you will because you're human and we all make mistakes, mercy will probably be extended towards you because people have seen you be merciful. Even if they're not the ones you forgave and showed mercy to, they will probably show you mercy. Just life has a funny way of doing that. There's these spiritual laws in place, just like gravity, which is, laws of physics. There's some spiritual laws, and we're all bound to them, whether we choose to believe it or not. So, and that is, if you show mercy and goodness to people, kindness, right? Love, tolerance, you foster a life where that just kind of surrounds you and encompasses you. All right. And then ripple effects. When you show mercy to somebody, they feel pretty blessed and they feel pretty usually grateful. And they will probably show mercy to somebody who, trespasses against them or transgresses against them in return. You bless them, show them mercy. They're going along their way. Someone does them a little dirty, a little foul. They get offended. They choose to pick mercy. It happens, and then the cycle repeats. And by choosing to do one act, you unknowingly make the world around you a little bit of a better, more tolerant, more loving and understanding place where we choose to say, hey, I forgive you, I let you off the hook, instead of I choose to punish you and seek revenge. So just keep that in mind. Did I have any other notes on this? Mercy helps mend conflicts, prevent grudges, and build stronger bonds with others. And mercy is, okay, that's all I got. All right. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to be gone for a week. So yeah, I'll be back. I'm going on vacation. And I can't wait to come back and do this again. So until then, love you guys. Have a great week. God bless you. And that's all. Did I end this?